Have you ever wanted someone to miss you so much that you're the first thought on their mind when they wake up and the last one before they fall asleep? Well, you're in the right place, because today we're going to uncover the secrets of making yourself unforgettable. We're diving deep into 10 Stoic principles that aren't just about creating a little longing. They're about transforming you into someone absolutely irresistible in their absence. Seneca once said, "Absence sharpens love, presence strengthens it." Let's explore how we can sharpen that love to the point where your absence is profoundly felt. Remember, don't skip any part, because each principle is a key piece of the puzzle in mastering the art of being unforgettably missed. Before we jump in, here's a little task for you. Drop a comment below with the words, "Silence is power." It's short, sweet, and perfectly captures the spirit of our chat today. Plus, it'll be fun to see how many of you are playing along. Now, let's get ready to explore these 10 powerful Stoic strategies that will make them yearn for your presence even more. Let's jump right into our first principle. Number 1, self-sufficiency. Now, you might be wondering, how does being self-sufficient make someone miss me more? Well, it's all about showing that you are complete on your own, which is incredibly attractive and intriguing in any relationship. Imagine this. When you're self-sufficient, you're not clinging or desperately seeking attention from your significant other. Instead, you're out there living your best life, engaged in your interests, and fulfilling your own needs. This independence can spark curiosity and admiration. Your partner begins to see you not just as a companion, but as an individual thriving on their own terms. When you're not always available or leaning on them for your happiness, you create a healthy space in the relationship. This space isn't about distance. It's about giving each other the room to grow individually. And what happens in their mind when you're not around? They start to wonder what you're up to. They recall how you handle things with such autonomy and poise. And guess what? They start to miss that vibrant, self-reliant side of you. So, embrace your self-sufficiency. It's not about pushing them away. It's about pulling them into a deeper, more respectful admiration of who you are. And remember, as you cultivate your independence, you'll find them keeping you on their mind tomorrow and many days after that. Number 2, emotional control. Now you might be thinking, control my emotions. I just want them to miss me. Well, here's a secret. Mastering your emotions is like holding the reins of a powerful horse. It guides the energy of your relationships in the direction you want. Imagine this scenario. Every time you interact, you're calm, composed, even when the conversation heats up or takes an unexpected turn. This level of emotional control doesn't just impress, it intrigues. Why? Because, as Marcus Aurelius wisely put it, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. When you display such strength, it leaves a lasting impression. By managing your reactions, you create an aura of mystery and depth. Your partner starts to ponder, what's going on in their mind? They're used to reactions driving your behavior, but now you're unperturbed, serene. This newfound composure makes them curious about your inner world, drawing them closer and keeping them guessing. Now, mastering your emotions doesn't mean you become a robot. It's about responding rather than reacting. This subtle shift means when you do express your feelings, they're thoughtful, genuine, and far more impactful. And guess what happens then? They miss the warmth of your deliberate affection when you're not around. So stay cool, stay thoughtful, and watch as they start to wonder and wander back to you. Remember, keep your emotional cards close to your chest. Maybe leave them with a little something to think about. A hint that whispers, "Will you be thinking of me tomorrow?" After all, a touch of mystery goes a long way in the game of love. Number 3, intentional communication. Ever wondered how just a few chosen words can make someone crave your presence even more? Well, intentional communication is your secret weapon here. Intentional communication means choosing your words carefully, ensuring they're thoughtful and add value to the conversation. It's about speaking with purpose and depth, which can profoundly impact how you are perceived and remembered. Seneca once said, "Speak so you can speak again." The essence here is about leaving them wanting more of your insights, your humor, and your uniquely thoughtful way of expressing yourself. Picture this. Every time you speak, you do so with the intent to connect, to understand, and to enrich the interaction. You're not just filling the air with words, you're crafting messages that resonate on a deeper level. This doesn't just make your conversations memorable, it makes them meaningful. And when you're not around, your words linger in their mind. Your voice echoes in their thoughts, pulling them closer, even in your absence. By using intentional communication, you create layers of curiosity and interest. Your partner finds themselves reflecting on what you said, pondering your words, and yes, missing the depth and engagement of your discussions. They begin to appreciate not just the conversation, but the communicator, you. So harness the power of intentional communication. Make your words count and watch as they weave the magic of keeping you on their mind. Remember, it's not just about what you say, but how you say it that leaves a lasting impression. Keep your communication deliberate, insightful, and always with a sprinkle of charm. Number 4, acceptance of absence. Here's a twist for you. How can embracing the times you're apart actually pull you closer together? It sounds paradoxical, but here's the catch. Acceptance of absence can magnify their longing for you and deepen the connection when you're together. Think about it this way. Absence doesn't just make the heart grow fonder, it also builds anticipation and appreciation. By accepting and even valuing the times you're apart, you demonstrate a strong sense of self and an understanding that true connection isn't about constant proximity, but about the quality of the emotional bond. As Epictetus put it, freedom is the only worthy goal in life. Free yourself from the need to cling, and watch how this freedom transforms your relationship dynamics. Imagine implementing this. Instead of bombarding them with messages when you're not together, allow some breathing room. Let the silence between you spark curiosity and a bit of mystery. When you do this, you're not just another predictable part of their day-to-day. You become the highlight, the moment they look forward to. This principle teaches you to be comfortable with the ebb and flow of togetherness and solitude. It encourages you to find joy in your own company, which in turn makes you more attractive and intriguing. When you're together again after a period of absence, the connection feels refreshed, stronger, and more vibrant. So embrace the moments apart and let them build a deeper yearning. Remember, absence isn't a gap, but a space for growth and anticipation. Let them feel your absence just enough that they find themselves thinking about you. And when you reunite, the joy and appreciation for each other are palpable, making every moment together even more precious. Number 5, mindfulness in interaction. How can being fully present in your interactions make them miss you more when you're not around? It's all about making every moment count so vividly that your absence is deeply felt. Being mindful means engaging fully whenever you're together, listening intently and responding thoughtfully. It's about being there, not just physically, but with all your attention focused on the moment. This approach turns ordinary interactions into memorable, meaningful experiences. Marcus Aurelius once advised, "Do every act of your life as if it were your last." Applying this to your interactions means treating every conversation and every shared moment as if it could be the most important one. Imagine this. Each time you're together, you bring an intensity of presence that makes every laugh richer and every glance more poignant. You're not just passing time together, you're making the time spent together special. This depth of engagement leaves a lasting impression that continues to resonate with them even when you're apart. By practicing mindfulness in your interactions, you create an emotional depth that makes your presence incredibly enriching and your absence noticeably empty. When you're not around, they start to miss the quality of attention and care you bring into their lives. They miss being truly seen and heard in ways that only you have made them feel. So dive deep into each moment you share. Make mindfulness your secret ingredient in the recipe of making them miss you. Remember, when you're fully present, you leave traces of your spirit with them, making sure you're always on their mind tomorrow. This isn't just about being unforgettable, it's about making every interaction count double. And just like that, we're halfway through our video. If you're still with us, it means this content is striking a chord. If you haven't yet liked the video or subscribed to our channel, I'd really appreciate it if you could do that now. Your support means a lot and helps us keep creating content that resonates with you. So now, let's dive into the sixth principle, a crucial step in our journey to make them miss us badly. This one is particularly important, so you'll want to pay close attention. Number 6. Consistency in communication. How can maintaining a steady and thoughtful communication pattern make someone miss you more? It's about creating an expectation of quality and reliability in your interactions that makes your absence felt more acutely when you're not in touch. Consistency in communication doesn't mean bombarding them with messages all day, every day. Rather, it's about establishing a pattern of meaningful and reliable exchanges. Whether it's a good morning text, a midday check-in, or a nightly recap of your day, these regular touch points build a rhythm that becomes a cherished part of their routine. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be one." Apply this to communication. Don't just talk about connecting, be consistent in how you connect. Over time, this reliability becomes something they look forward to, a steady beat in the soundtrack of their day. When you create this rhythm, your absence creates a silence that they notice, a gap that they feel. It's not just the words they miss, it's the consistency, the knowing that you care enough to be there day in and day out. This isn't about being predictable, it's about being dependable. It's about building a connection that's strong enough to weather the silences, but present enough to be missed when it's not there. So, establish your rhythm, be consistent, and watch as your presence becomes a comfort, and your absence something they yearn to fill. Remember, consistency isn't about repetition. It's about creating a presence so reliable that they can't help but notice when it's gone. And when they do, they'll be thinking about you and waiting for the next message, tomorrow and beyond. Number 7, value alignment. Now, here's a big one. How can sharing and upholding the same values make someone miss you when you're not around? The secret lies in building a deeper connection that transcends mere presence and taps into shared beliefs and ideals. Value alignment is about connecting on a level that goes beyond surface interactions. It's about sharing the same principles, goals, and worldview. When your values align, every conversation, decision, and interaction feels more meaningful. Epictetus once said, "First say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do." This idea is central to value alignment, knowing who you are, what you stand for, and finding someone who resonates with that. Imagine this. When you and your partner share the same values, you're not just companions, you're allies on the same journey. This kind of connection is hard to find and even harder to forget. When you're not around, they don't just miss your presence. They miss the alignment, the feeling that someone out there truly understands and shares their core beliefs. This creates a powerful emotional bond that makes your absence even more noticeable. When you're apart, it's not just about missing the person. It's about missing the shared vision, the mutual understanding, and the aligned goals. So nurture this value alignment, build a connection that goes beyond the surface, and watch as it strengthens the bond between you. When you're gone, they'll feel the absence of someone who truly gets them, who stands for what they stand for. And that kind of connection is unforgettable. Remember, it's not just about what you do together. It's about what you believe together that makes your presence so compelling and your absence so deeply felt. In the end, it's these shared values that they'll miss the most, today, tomorrow, and in every moment of absence. Number 8. Subtle flirting. Let's add a touch of playfulness. How can a bit of subtle flirting make someone miss you more? It's all about leaving a lingering impression that stays with them long after the conversation is over. Subtle flirting isn't about being overt or over the top. It's about a light touch, a teasing comment, a playful glance that creates a spark. It's the kind of flirting that isn't just noticed, it's felt. And the beauty of subtle flirting is that it leaves them wondering, thinking, did that mean something more? It's the uncertainty, the mystery that keeps them thinking about you long after the moment has passed. Seneca said, "The part of life we really live is small. Make your interactions, no matter how brief, part of that truly lived life." Imagine this. You're having a casual conversation and you throw in a light-hearted compliment, a playful challenge, or a suggestive smile. It's enough to make them pause, to create a moment of connection that's different from the usual. It's this spark of flirtation that makes the interaction stand out, making it memorable. And when you're not around, it's these little moments that they replay in their minds, wondering what they meant, what could be. This subtle flirting doesn't just make them miss your presence. It makes them crave the next interaction, looking forward to the next playful exchange. So add a little flirtation to your interactions. Keep it light, keep it fun, and let it create a trail of curiosity that keeps them thinking about you. Remember, it's not about being obvious, it's about being just suggestive enough to keep them intrigued tomorrow and the next day and the day after that. Let them miss the playful side of you, the side that makes every conversation a little more interesting, a little more exciting, and a lot more memorable. Number 9. Personal growth. Finally, let's talk about something fundamental. How can your continuous personal growth make someone miss you more? It's about becoming the best version of yourself and letting them see it, miss it, and yearn for it. Personal growth isn't just about changing for the sake of change. It's about evolving, improving, and becoming more of who you truly are. This journey of self-improvement is something that not only enriches your life, but also makes you more attractive and intriguing to others. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be one." Apply this to your life by focusing on your growth, your goals, and your aspirations. When you are continuously improving, you create a dynamic that keeps others interested and invested. Imagine this. Every time they see you, there's something new, something better, something more. Whether it's a new skill you've learned, a habit you've developed, or a mindset you've adopted, these changes make you more compelling. They start to see you not just as you are, but as someone who's always evolving, always growing. And when you're not around, they miss that spark of growth, that inspiration you bring into their life. Your personal growth makes your presence enriching and your absence more noticeable. So keep striving, keep growing, and let them see the best version of you every time you're together. Remember, it's not about changing who you are, it's about becoming more of who you were meant to be. And when you do that, they can't help but miss the person you're becoming. Today, tomorrow, and always. Let your growth be the thing they miss the most, because it shows them that you're not just staying the same, you're becoming better, and that's something worth missing. Number 10, authenticity. Let's wrap it up with the most powerful principle of all, authenticity. How can being your true, authentic self make someone miss you more? The answer is simple. There's nothing more compelling, more unforgettable, than someone who is unapologetically themselves. Authenticity is about being real, being honest, and being true to who you are. It's about embracing your quirks, your flaws, and your strengths. When you're authentic, you're not trying to be someone else. You're embracing who you are, and that is incredibly attractive. Marcus Aurelius said, "The best revenge is not to be like your enemy." This speaks to the power of being true to yourself, regardless of what others are doing or expecting. When you are authentic, you create a unique connection that can't be replicated. Imagine this. Every time you're together, they see the real you. Not a facade, not a mask, but the genuine, authentic you. This level of honesty and openness creates a bond that is deep and meaningful. And when you're not around, they don't just miss a person, they miss the realness, the honesty, the connection that only you can provide. Authenticity is rare and valuable, and it's something that people deeply crave. When you're true to yourself, you become irreplaceable in their life. They miss the comfort of knowing that with you, what they see is what they get. So be authentic, be real, and let them miss the genuine connection that only you can provide. Remember, in a world full of pretenders, be the one who is real, and you'll be the one they can't forget. Let your authenticity be the thing they miss the most, today, tomorrow, and every day after that. In conclusion, embrace the power of consistency and character while allowing room for spontaneity. It's this blend that makes you unforgettable and deeply missed. Your partner will cherish the secure foundation you provide and look forward to the unexpected joys you bring into their life. This dynamic ensures that you remain a cherished and essential part of their world, always on their mind tomorrow. Now, before you go, don't forget to smash that like button if you enjoyed the video and hit subscribe if you haven't already. It's a fun way to commit to applying these principles, and who knows, maybe your comment will be the first thing someone thinks of tomorrow morning. Your engagement helps us grow and reach more people who could benefit from these timeless Stoic teachings. Plus, it's always great to see who's ready to take these lessons to heart and make a real difference in their relationships. Thanks for watching, everyone. Keep those Stoic principles in your heart and your character consistent, and you'll not only be on their mind tomorrow, but every day thereafter. Remember, the journey to being missed is about enriching your own life and becoming someone worth missing. Each principle we've discussed today is a step towards building deeper, more meaningful connections that stand the test of time. Until next time, keep building those habits that make life truly worth missing. Stay strong, stay resilient, and keep shining with that unique Stoic grace. Your path to being unforgettable starts now, and I'm excited to see how you make it happen. Take care, and see you in the next video.